Well, hi guys, this is another tutorial. This is just a practice session and where we model a simple 3D castle. So follow along. Before jumping into the modeling, let's see some reference images. So I have here some reference images that we will take reference of and start model. So this is the first base reference that I'm going to work on. So let's start. You can simply search custom reference image 3D in Google and you can find this image right here. So let's start and let's start modeling our 3D cursor. So if you are familiar with Blender or if you are not familiar with Blender, this is how it looks when you first start. And to pan around again, I'm going to make it so beginner friendly. Just hope to follow up. And when you click middle mouse button, you can rotate around your origin, and this is good to navigate to see different angles of your object. And when you shift and click middle mouse button, you can pan around like this. And when you select, maybe sometime you go far from your object and you need to just see where it is. Just select your object right here and press object mode, alt, and press period in your notepad. So again, I'm far from my object, alt, and I am simply pressing period my notepad. Now you can just see where your object is. See, I'm far from object. Clicking here, and simply all. Sometimes it doesn't work, and so you need to click A to select all and period button, notepad period to go to your scene view, and then you can simply select any object and simply zoom. So this is to navigate, and here we have different panels. So don't worry about these panels. We will not go through everything. Today we will just focus on modeling. And here are the tools to move in object mode. You can move, rotate, scale. In edit mode also you can move, rotate, scale. So here are the selection tools. I am currently in the object mode. Here you can select in object mode, and or you can simply press tab to select between these two, object mode and edit mode. And here are the different options. This is for the vertices. You can select different vertices and move around by move tool. You can move around. And this is for the edge. You can manipulate the edge, fence, any object. And this is to face select. You can select face and move around. So the simple shortcut key to rotate, grab, and scale our 3D object is R to rotate. Press R and you can simply rotate. See, when I am clicking my right mouse button, it resets the position. So don't worry even when mistakenly just do this. Simply click your right mouse button and it will reset. And G is to grab. And you can simply grab in any directions, grab and press Y to move it along y-axis, this green line in y-axis, or grab X to move it along the x-axis, grab G to move it along the z-axis. I am right mouse clicking to reshape. Then you can also rotate around x-axis. Here the origin, how the object rotates is This is the x-axis, and when you when you press R to rotate and press X, it will rotate along the origin. So here is the origin. This is the x-axis. It will not rotate this way. It will rotate along the x-axis, in the line of the x-axis. And when you press R Y, now it will take Y as a constant, and it will rotate along the y-axis. And simply you can grab, and I'm sorry, simply you can rotate along the z-axis. See, this is the z-axis. And now it rotates z-axis. So this is for the basic movement. Now let's go and start modeling. I will uh, try to cover everything mm, as basic. I will make it as basic as possible, and I will try to make you guys familiar with the editing tools. So simply we have a cube currently. So maybe you will get confused if you are beginner. You get confused to where to start from. So you can start from anywhere. You can model the bottom. You can model these faces like these. You can model these. You can start from anywhere, but to get a graph of the modeling to start, you need to just start. So let's start. Uh, Forgive me if I talk too much, guys. So, once I was a beginner, so I try to make my points clear as much as possible. So here simply I am clicking my object, that is cube, or we can simply delete everything for now. I am selecting. See, this is what most of people do in Blender. They just when they open the scene, they just delete and they start fresh with nothing in the scene. So simply go to add, simply go to add mesh. You can add different meshes, different curves, different surfaces, metaballs. Currently we are focusing on the mesh. So add a cube, the shape of our castle is a cube. Now simply I'm there is another way to, sorry guys, there is another way to add a cube. Shift A and you will get these drop down options. You can press Shift A anywhere, but be sure to be, when you are adding a new object, just be sure to be on object mode, because if you are, let me show you, if you are in edit mode and you add another object, if you add another object, then when you tab out from edit mode and you want to move this object maybe here, here, you simply can't, because they are in a, they are recognized as a same object. But you can do one thing. You can go in edit mode, select uh, select any of the faces, edges, loops, whatever you select, and L to select loose part 7 to top view, and now you can grab. But again, when you tab out, you will move both objects. So this is not a proper way to uh, add any object. So simply let's add a cube again in the object mode. Let's add a cube, mesh, cube, and let's add a cube. Now grab to z-axis and let's see. The shape of our castle is square, and we have four pillars. There is one big pillar. So let's model these what do we call pillars or watchtowers. Let's start. So simply now I'm going to scale, select this object and scale along the z-axis. Again, I'm pressing and clicking the object, scale, and I'm scaling along the z-axis. scale and press G. So scale, just eyeball it to as you desire, and I am pressing 1 and G to grab and G to move it slightly upward. Again, well, let's give it a look cut control. Again, go to object mode to edit your object. To modify your object, you need to go on to the edit mode, right? So go to the edit mode, tab out, tab in, tab out, or you can select from here. Go to the edit mode, A to select all maybe, or you cannot select. Okay, let's not select. Control R, Control R will give you the look cut, and there is a look cut option right over here too. So this is a look cut option. You can click here and you can give it a look cut, or you can press Ctrl R in your keyboard and simply hover over your object and you will see this hello line. Now you can click and give it a look cut. So let's go to edit mode again. Let's repeat everything. Edit mode, Ctrl R here, and you can scroll your mouse button up and down to add look cuts. Scroll up and down. Scale, go to the Z axis and bring it right over here. Then you can do, let's do again, select these faces, go to face select mode here, or simply press 3 and click these and maybe exclude E. Let's exclude this. Let's bring these faces a little bit inside to give it that, shape of a castle. You can go and do exclusion from here, exclude, and simply select these faces. Then you can click here and extrude this object and press S to extrude them along, extrude and scale them along. So I made this. So there is another simple way. Let's click this face. Let's not choose from here. Now let's start using shortcuts. Let's shift and click. Let's alt click this. Alt shift click this. So let's alt shift click this face and let's E to exclude. See, now it is excluding differently. So simply select S to scale and Alt S to evenly scale. Maybe simple Alt. Simply select S, press S to scale. Now we have this castle-like pillar. Now go to here and select this. Scale them like this, and let's select these look to and scale them like this. A bit wider. Let's select this bottom loops and scale them along like this. Let's select these loops and scale them a little bit inside maybe. And let's select this loop and scale it outside. So now we have some kind of rocky structure. Now let's select these, alt click, alt click, alt and holding shift. And now let's give it a bevel. So before giving bevel, let's go to object mode and right click. We need to apply some transforms. So Control A and apply all transforms. So now we have applied all transforms, and again the origin is kind of messed up. So give origin to the geometry. So now it's in the middle of the geometry. Now let's go to the object mode, edit mode, and let's give it a word control B to bevel, and maybe 3 segments or 4 segments will be enough. Now let's click this top face in the face select mode. Click this top face and I to insert like this, and let's extrude it down. E to extrude and G to grab it down, and to push it down a little. G to bring it down and maybe scale it a little. So now it looks kind of good. So we have made the uh, whatever we call it, the castle pillar of the castle. And let's now go to 7. Press 7 on your numpad and let's go to move tool. Select your object and simply shift T, G and X to move it along the x-axis. So move it along and right over here will be enough. And then go to 7 to top view. Select this both object. Press Shift T, press G and Y to move it along the y-axis. Maybe here will be enough. If you think your castle is, your pillars are quite small, select everything, scale along the z-axis. Now grab them on top. So these are now quite big. So let's again select this. Let's not select the top portion. Let's give it a loop cut over here. Let's not give it a loop. Let's select here and rotate, tab out, select this, shift S and go to press cursor to select it, tab out, and let's add an object here. Now again I am repeating everything. Select this object, tab in, select this face, control S, shift S and cursor to select it. Now whatever we add, so when you press shift A, whatever you add it will just spawn here. So we need to give it these walls. So let's add those walls. Again, let's go to add an object and go to mesh, add a cube, or you can simply select Shift A, mesh, and cube. Now scale. We need to scale it because the walls are quite smaller in the width. So scale it along the green line. So scale y is the green line. You can see right here y is the green line, x is the red line, this, and g is the blue line that is going upward. So select this, scale to y-axis like this, maybe a little like this. Grab to bring it down. I also want click. Now grab. Let's push one and see these are not quite aligned. So align them to the bottom. Grab G just to makes things look more aligned. So grab it right here. Now I'm simply going to move again. Here I'm pressing 1 to front view. I'm going to move it right here, maybe this will be enough. And simply going to select, go in the edit mode, select this face. It is not, if you can't see, go to the X-ray view and see I have selected. So select this. this face, sometimes we mistakenly select the opposite parts, so don't forget to go here and check if you have selected. So I have not selected any other things. So now again Shift S, cursor to selected. Now tab out, right click set origin to 3D cursor. So why I added the origin to 3D cursor is when I scale along the x-axis, I will have more defined scale. Again, I'm going to my edit mode, selecting this, shift F, selecting cursor, for cursor selected, going here, set origin to 3D cursor. Now again, I'm going to press S and Z to scale it along the Z-axis. Scale along the Z-axis. This much will be enough. So let's start manipulating this face. So I need to give it a look cut, Control R, go to edit mode, Control R, and over your object here maybe. Scroll your mouse wheel and just click S to scale G to move them around the Z axis. You can scale it individually, select Alt and move select, and you can grab, and move like this. But this is the better way is to select I'll select this and press Shift Alt and select this. Scale G to move the more precisely. So let's start converting this shape into the castle, into the wall. So selecting these, maybe I need to give one more loop cut. I'll select these. You can add loop cut, but I am simply selecting. Uh, uh, First, I am applying Shift Control A and all transforms. Going to edit mode, selecting this with Alt and Control B to bevel and giving it two two cuts right here. Scroll mouse with scroll is to scroll these to add loops. Now I'm simply selecting this and scaling them like this. So we have certain some volume to our walls. Then let's go and do the same for the bottom and make it liquid while select this object, edit mode on, go to the loop selection tool, or select the loop, Control B, and you can use your scroll to add loops. Two is enough. Maybe grab the right here, where they start, and select this face. I can't see everything, so go to X-ray view. Now select this face in your first selection. Hover around these edges and Alt Shift select to select one they need and Alt click to select those faces and scale, and then Shift J to not scale along the Z axis, and this will be enough. And here we have uneven scaling, so go to X-ray mode, tab out, and simply on the air selection mode, select these edges, grab to x-axis and bring them, hold shift to more precise scaling. Then select these, grab to x-axis and scale them and these two, grab x-axis and just bring them inside, grab x and let's bring them inside. Let's give our cache flow, maybe the walls have a stones coming right outside, go to 7. Now let's right click here, shift right click here to add the 3D cursor. Let's select this and shift a mesh and cube. Let's add a cube and slide it down, scale it down, and front view. Let's go to front view. Grab to z-axis right over here. Scale to x-axis like this. Scale to y-axis like this. Grab to x-axis this. So we have done now. This looks like good. This looks good, but let's give it a little bit, of definitions. So select this, grab, sorry, Control Z, select this, costly, let's apply the transforms. Now go, select this, also select this, next mode, Control V, and let's keep them in the row. Scale them around. The origin point is right here, that is where we are messing up our scale. So let's right click and set origin to geometry. Now scale along the z axis, grab the z axis, which one? Let's see, grab the z axis down. Now we can simply add a modifier that is called array. In the Whenever you are adding a modifier, don't forget to be in the object mode. Let's select this modifier, array modifier. When you add array modifier, it will add the object the counts as much as you want, 12, 13. If you have it other way around, if you are having the objects here or here or here, you can simply play with these values to add your object from the axis. Z axis minus is for minus y, but this is working good for me. This is fine for me for now. Then I'm going to simply select this, shift T and Y to bring it over here too. Now we have simple walking path in our platform. Now simply select this, and convert to mesh. Converting everything to mesh. So now we have applied everything, every modifier that we previously had. And simply now we can add another modifier for our object. Select this face, this object, and go to mirror modifier, and move it along the other axis. don't know what is doing. Oh, the origin is the problem here. So click set origin to geometry. Select this, control C. Just join them. Now select this and select this, select this and bring set origin to geometry. Simply I did is I selected this object and I press Control J to join them, and I just adjusted the origin to the geometry. I am selecting this, going to modifier, in the mirror modifier, selecting this object Y to mirror it along the Y, and maybe uh, Y to mirror it along the Y. Then simply go to 7 and shift key, duplicate, right click, set origin, geometry, rotate along the Z axis. Or we can simply select Ctrl Z, Y, select this, Shift T, and grab to x-axis, bring it right here, rotate around z-axis, 90, grab in 3, or press 3 in your numpad, grab to y-axis, bring it right here, grab to x-axis, come over here, and let's change this mirror to x. So this has y, this has x. Now simply we can do same, Control J to join them. Select this and modifier on the modifier panel, mirror, select the object and press Y. We can do same for this, select the object, 750, grab x-axis, bring it here, rotate on z-axis, 90, grab x-axis, bring them right here, align them, and change the mirror. So we have base of our cashew. So simply select this one, Shift T, X, bring it here, and let's go to object and select, press tab and select go to X-ray view, select these, or Control A and Shift select these, Control select these to deselect, and X and faces to delete those. And go to here and select set origin to geometry. Now we have simple shingle, and grab and let's bring it on inside here. Let's scale it about 6 Z to constrain the z-axis and bring scale it like this, and scale to z-axis maybe 1, grab to z to bring it on top. So now we have the middle of the castle and the sound of the castle. Maybe this is too big as 6 Z, and maybe do it like this. Secure memory. Set origin to see the fences or bars or these are coming outside. So scale them a little bit towards the y-axis. Select these two. These are good. And these are good. Okay, now everything is good. Maybe these are coming outside. I think. No, these are great. So let's uh, here. So let's select this our object and let's add a wall to our object. So simply I'm coming in front view, select this, tab, select this faces like this. Control S, cursor to selected. Now we have our cursor right over there. Now let's in object mode, shift A, let's add a cube scale down, scale relative, scale on Z axis like this. You press 1, so yes, press 1, and drag it down Z axis, drag it down like this. Scale shift G to scale lower, constant scaling in the x axis, sorry, to Z axis. Let's select this scale, go to edit mode, select this face, and cursor to selected and in the object mode, set origin to 30%. Now scale around the Z axis, pin it on top, do this much, and let's go to edit mode, control R, give it a loop cut, scale around the Z axis like this, or maybe a little bigger. Now simply go to object mode, control A and transform. Now again set origin to geometry. See our origin here, not here. Set origin to geometry, and just like this edges, this edge, sorry. Select this in the select mode. Go to press 3 on your keyboard, not on your notepad, on your keyboard, the top. And select this or select all, and maybe E to store and S to scale like this. Now I to insert, again press I twice to insert like this, and yes to maybe E to store and S to scale it inside, and yes, scale on Z axis maybe. So, so now we have this kind of face shape from our object. Now let's select this face and shift S, press it to select it. Let's make this object points. Select these object and let's make this object control J. Let's first apply modifiers, I, apply I, all modifiers. Select these, control J, and set origin to geometry. Now these are all the one object. So simply select this and we have our 3D cursor up. Now what I'm going to do is maybe we should scale this face. I'll grab G and insert this face to the inside. And let's select this face and cursor to select it. So we have our cursor here. Now I'm simply selecting the spin tool. Currently we have our spin tool right over here. So go one and click Y to rotate it along the y-axis. This is the y-axis, rotate it along the y-axis. Now selecting this face, now grab this. See, uh, our middle point is here, that is why it is rotating here. So, my mistake. So let's click over here and click right here, and now let's rotate this handle like this, and in the spin let's maybe decrease the segment like this. Now tab out and let's select the object and give it a mirror modifier. Uh, if you have this problem, don't worry. So let's click our original object and select this and select cursor to selected and tab out and set origin to 3D cursor. Now we have fixed our problem. Uh, don't forget to check your clipping and adjust your clipping. And let's go to X-ray mode, tab out. See, we have face right here. We don't need that face, so delete that face and come over here and deselect this. So we have some simple get to our cursor. Now scale it along. Now set origin to geometry. Sorry, apply the modifier. Let's check. Yeah, everything is fine. Now here as to scale it along the y-axis. Let's scale it along the y-axis a little. Grab y-axis. Now grab to y-axis. Sorry, x-axis. Shift T and X to copy one. Grab G x-axis. Sorry, y-axis. Bring it like this. So we have this face here that we do not need. So what we can do, we can simply add a give it a boolean. So let's go to one and select this, and shift cursor to select it. Tab out, then go to one. Let's add a cube, scale it down, grab it here, select this scale, grab the scale to the axis, speed, scale to axis, scale to z axis. Now scaling, let's go to tab, scale, cursor selected and origin maybe on top. Select this, cursor to selected and set origin to 3D cursor. Now scale along the z axis, bring it down, grab to y-axis and bring it inside. Now go to your edit preferences and search bool, search bool and check your bool tool add-on in the add-on options. And let's simply select this, and control minus. Sorry, this, and control minus. What is that one? Select this, shift select this, and control minus. In the object mode, control Z, let's create the bool tool. Object mode, select this, grab on the y-axis, select this and this, control minus. I don't know why the boolean is not working. Tool, control this control slash, control into, to push.